Hello and welcome to Art and Object's winter auction of important paintings and contemporary art. We are of course delighted to bring you this dynamic selection of contemporary artworks and sculpture, and we hope that you will come and join us in the viewing. We're on view every day now over the weekend from 11 till 4 and right through till the auction on Tuesday the 6th of August commencing at 6:30 p.m. So we hope you'll come in and have a look at this wonderful collection of artworks up for auction.
Seldom at Art and Object do we get the opportunity to spend time with the work by a contemporary painter of the scope, the scale and the ambition of John Poulet's 2007 masterpiece, Higher Ground, Lower Ground. The only way really to experience the painting is to come on down and have a look at it. It's nearly 5 metres long and 2 canvas panels butted up together, and contained in it is a whole world of stories of the Pacific of course, stories of dislocation, stories of being an island artist living and working in Aotearoa. To use the word painting is a little bit of a misnomer when talking about this particular work, because as much as a painting, it's a drawing, and that's really why you need to experience the work. From a distance it is impressive, these jelly-like islands that drip and pour and coalesce and are connected by these tentacles, interspersed upon close inspection of the most wonderful detailed drawings. Ambitious, vast, impressive in its scope and the manufacturing of the canvas, this work contains elements of drawing, of painting, of poetry, of storytelling in the most magnificent fashion. It really does represent an artist at the absolute peak of his powers. It's been nearly 3 years since the wonderful event we had around the works from the estate of Michael Illingworth, and certainly one of the most lovely experiences I've had working at Art and Object. And it's also been a few years since we've had truly great works by Michael Illingworth. But in this sale here we have 2 works with fantastic provenance, and which taken together do much to display Michael Illingworth's works throughout the 1960s and the various stages of his evolution as a painter. The work on the top left is the earlier work. It's called An Offering to the Queen of a New Land, and it's got some of the most impressive provenance of any work we've ever offered. It's from the collection of James K. Baxter. James K. Baxter and Michael Illingworth of course had a long relationship. On the Corriglen family farm, James K. Baxter frequently inscribed his poems on the walls there, and this particular work was gifted to James K. Baxter and comes to us by way of the artist's estate. So beautiful provenance there. You can see it slightly earlier than the poem for Indigenous Acres from 1965, and a different style of painting, a different style of manufacture there. Illingworth, freshly back from his time at Noodle Casman Gallery in London, very much affected by the modernism of people like Paul Klee, yet to find really his distinct individual voice affected and come about as a result of his engagement with the New Zealand landscape. The work on the right, poem of Indigenous Acres, far more typical I think for Illingworth and far more reflective of his mature style. You have one of these icon or Tarara figures cut off from the land in the top left hand corner. This solitary and rather beautiful child's rocking horse down in the foreground there, cut off by the suburban fence, and then in the distance the vast New Zealand landscape. 2 beautiful works by one of our most important painters.